Morning everyone, especially to our instructor, Mr. Lloyd Cadili. Good morning, sir. So we are the group 11. Today, we will discuss all about stem cell therapy. So, stem cell therapy represents a groundbreaking frontier in medical science, offering hope for treating a wide array of diseases and injuries. This innovative approach harnesses the unique abilities of stem cells, the body's master cells, to develop into various cell types and regenerate damaged tissues. As we explore the history, types, applications, and controversies surrounding stem cell therapy, we'll uncover how this field is reshaping our understanding of medicine and the human body's capacity for healing. The learning objectives: mastering stem cell therapy concept. First, comprehend stem cell therapy. Gain a thorough understanding of stem cell therapy and its various forms, including adult, embryonic, and induced pluripotent stem cells. Second, evaluate benefits and risks. Develop the ability to critically assess the potential advantages and disadvantages of stem cell therapy in medicine and healthcare. Third, understand ethical implications. Explore the ethical considerations surrounding stem cells research and therapy, including debates on embryonic stem cells use. The last one, recognize future potential. Identify emerging applications and future directions of stem cell therapy in treating various diseases and injuries. So, let's talk about the evolution of stem cell therapy, a historical timeline. So, makita na to diri sa picture, shows that ang lain-lain nga klase nga stem cell nga distribute sa atoang body. If ang stem cells paingon sa atong bone, gitawag na siya osteocyte. If sa heart, cardiac cells. If sa liver, hepatocytes. If sa intestine, enterocytes. And lastly, if sa brain, gitawag na siya neuron cells. So, these are the human stem cells applications. The journey of stem cell therapy from concept to clinical applications spans several decades, marked by significant milestones and breakthrough. 1960s, the dawn of stem cells research. Scientists began investigating stem cells extracted from adult tissues, laying the groundwork for future advancement. So, kanina in the year 1960s, kay dili nagasugod ang mga scientists kanang to investigate stem cells extracted nga gikan sa adult tissues. In the year 1998, U.S. researchers successfully cultivate stem cells from human embryos and germ cells, establishing cell lines still in use today. So, kanina mas na year nga 1998, kay ang US researcher kabali nag-successful sila that cultivate stem cells from human embryos and germ cells. In year 2006, Japanese scientists discovered methods to reprogram adult cells into stem cells like state, opening new avenues for research and therapy. Kanina sad na year diri in the year 2006, the Japanese scientists discovered the methods bali gi-reprogram nila ang adult cells into stem cells like state. Last, in the year 2007, the US scientists extract stem cells from cloned monkey embryos, developing them into mature heart and nerve cells in laboratory conditions. So, in the year 2007, the US scientists extract stem cells from the cloned monkey daw, gikan daw siya sa monkey's embryos, to develop into a mature heart and a nerve cells into sa laboratory. So those are the evolution of stem cell therapy, a historical timeline. So let's proceed to the therapeutic applications. Diseases treatable by stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy shows promise in treating a wide range of human diseases and conditions, offering hope for patients with previously untreatable ailments. So, mao ni siya ang mga diseases guys na matambalan sa stem cell therapy. Bali ang stem cell therapy mo naghatag ni siya or naghatag ni siya hope or pag-asa sa mga tao sa una nga kanabitong dili na matambalan ilang mga sakit or condition sa ilang lawas or sa organ. So first is the neurological disorders. Parkinson disease. So ang kaning Parkinson disease guys is a brain condition that causes problems with movement, mental health, pain, sleep, and also develop dementia. So ang Parkinson disease kay basi sakit ni siya sa otong ulo. Next is the Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease, people experience greater memory loss and other cognitive difficulties, problems. Bali ang Alzheimer's kay pare-pareha na siya sa Parkinson disease. Bali sakit gyapon ni siya sa ulo. But next is the amyotrophic lateral sclerosis and stroke and traumatic brain injury. So, ang stroke and traumatic brain injury kay caused by internal fractures such as blood clot or weakened blood vessels. The traumatic brain injury caused by internal force such as a blow to the head. So, ang symptoms ani guys pag naa kay stroke and traumatic brain injury kay usa ni kay headache, nausea or vomiting, dizziness o kanang pagkalipong, dayon loss of balance and consciousness, dayon usasad ang mga mood swing and mood changes. So pag nanamo mga symptoms inana kay pasinanamo mga stroke or traumatic brain injury. So autoimmune and inflammatory conditions. First is diabetes. So diabetes is causes being overweight, obese. So pag naamoy diabetes guys kay there are several different reasons why someone may develop diabetes, including genes, pwede po siya family history, ethnic background, and environment and lifestyle factors. So the signs that you have a diabetes, if signs that you are diabetic, first is urinate, then a very thirsty, lose weight without trying, like kanang bitang wala man ta kagayat pero ni baba kalit imong timbang or naniwang kagalit, a very hungry, then have a blurry vision. So those are the signs or symptoms that you have a diabetic. Next is rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, any joint in the body, although the small joints in the hands and feet are often the first affected. So, ang rheumatoid arthritis kay kaning atong mga sakit niya siya sa atong mga joints, sa atong siko, sa atong tuhod, especially sa atong mga kamot, sa atong mga small joints, sa atong kamot. Mo ni siya first diha gid siya dali mapiktuhan atong small joints, atong kamot. Next is the Crohn's disease. Is a chronic inflammatory bowel disease characterized by recurrent episodes of intestinal inflammation, primarily manifesting as diarrhea and abdominal pain. Then, ang osteoarthritis kay pare-pareha rin siya sa rheumatoid arthritis, pero sakit-sakit lang yapon siya sa itong mga joints. Other medical conditions. Heart disease. Heart disease describes a range of condition that affects the heart. So, we all know naman what is heart disease naman. So, sakit ni siya sa tuwang heart. So, some causes of heart disease, it's pwede siya family history, smoking, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, then excessive alcohol use, then poor sleep. So, those are the causes of heart disease. Then, next is cancer. Cancer is a group of diseases involving abnormal cell growth with a potential to invade or spread to other parts of the body. Next is the baldness. Baldness, also known as alopecia, is hair loss or absence of hair. So, kaniding baldness guys kay causes of baldness with pwede siya heredity or kaliwat na ninyo nga namoy kanang inana nga baldness. Aging, pwede po siya kanang katigulangon na siya. Hormonal changes, then medication and supplements ko pwede po ni siyang baldness guys kana bitong for katong mga tawo nga naay gina-maintenance nga tambal, so ang epekto ato nila is kanang panlagas ato ang buhok. Then stressful events pwede sad na. Nutrition deficiencies, not enough iron, protein and zinc. Then hearing problems is a partial inability to hear. Hearing loss may be present at birth or acquired at any time afterwards. So, those are the diseases that can be treatable by stem cell therapy. So, kung naamoy nato nga masakit ng inana, nga lisod na tambalan sa tong mga doctor sa una, so, pa-stem cell therapy na mo. So, let's proceed to the understanding stem cells, the building blocks of life. Stem cells are the foundation of human development and tissue regeneration. These remarkable cells possess two unique characteristics. Self-renewal. Stem cell can divide and create more stem cells, maintaining a pool of these versatile cells throughout life. So, self-renewal daw kay stem cells. Ang stem cells daw can divide or create more stem cells sa atuang lawas. In differentiation, they have the ability to develop into various specialized cell types, such as nerve cells, muscle cells, or blood cells. So, ang stem cells kay they have the ability kanang to develop any kinds of cell types sa atuang sulod sa lawas, just like anang nerve cells, muscle cells, or the blood cells. Tissue regeneration. Stem cells play a crucial role in replacing worn-out cells in the body. For instance, intestinal lining cells are replaced every 4 days through stem cells activity. So, ang stem cells daw kay it's intestinal lining cells that kana bitang ginailisan siya 4 days. Every 4 days sa through stem cells activity. Then potential for therapy. Their unique properties make stem cells ideal candidates for regenerative medicine and treating various diseases. The three types of stem cells are adult, embryonic, and induced pluripotent. Stem cells are categorized into three main types, each with distinct characteristics and potential applications. So first, adult stem cells. Found in various tissues throughout the body. These cells have limited differentiation potential. They have primarily served to replace worn-out cells within specific organ or tissue type. So, ang adult stem cells daw kay makita nato siya sa atong lailahi ng mga tissue sa atong tibuok lawas. Bali, it means that mahimo ra daw ni siya kana bitang limited lang ni siya nga cell types sa atong lawas. For example, sa atong skin, ang damage or sa atong skin lang. So, ang stem cells kay diha ra po ni siya mag-repair sa atong asa siya na damage or asa nga tissue nga naay damage. Di siya pwede moadto sa atong blood, sa atong brain. So, kung asa ni damage nga tissue, diha ra sad siya. That is adult stem cells. Then, embryonic stem cells derived from early stage embryos. These pluripotent cells can develop into any cell type in the human body. They offer immense potential for regenerative medicine but are also the subject of ethical debates. So, kanina embryonic stem cells guys, it means that they have the power or potential to develop into any cell type in the body. So, kani siya nga stem cells kay kanang na siya potential o power nga kana bitong matransfer siya any kinds or any types of stem cells ato ang lawas, kanang makatambol or makadistribute siya any cell types sa atong organs sa atong tibok lawas. Kung asa ito na damage, pwede siya makadistribute sa bisa pang asa nga lain nga organs. But kani siya kay it's a subject of ethical debates kay ginabawal mo siya kay kani gikan ng stem cells kay gikan siya sa kana bitang early stage of embryos sa ato sa female. Sa kasagaran mostly ani sa atong babae kay diha ginakuha ang atuang stem cells sa una. Matong giyana na siya nga also subject of ethical debates. Next is the induced pluripotent stem cells created by reprogramming adult cells These engineered stem cells behave similarly to embryonic stem cells. They provide a promising alternative that avoids many ethical concerns associated with embryonic stem cells. So bali kaning induced pluripotent stem cells kay bali um pare-pareha ra siya sa embryonic stem cells but pwede na siya ka-alternative ni siya sa embryonic stem cells. Kay kani man gud siya kay gireprogram man gud ni siya gikan sa adult cells. So pareha na siya sa embryonic nga maka-create gyud na siya any types or they have the power or potential nga transport to any kinds of stem cells. Makatambal siya sa any kinds or bisag unsa nga sakit sa or condition sa tawo. Then kani siya gikan na siya sa usa sa individual. For example, ang tao is nay sakit, pwede na siya dito kuhaon ra po sa skin sa tao, din i-inject nito siya kung asay naay o asa nga part nga naay sakit sa tao. So dili na kayo siya, so mo na siyang avoid siya many ethical concern associated with embryonic stem cells. So those are the three types of stem cells: the adult, embryonic, and induced pluripotent.
Application, sources, and ethical consideration in stem cells research. Stem cells research opens up exciting possibilities for medicine and human health. Personalized medicine. Scientists aim to grow human organs in laboratories, potentially revolutionizing transplant medicine and addressing organ shortage. May mga scientists is naglikha na ng mga organ sa laboratory na pwedeng mabigay sa mga nangangailangan na pasyente. Then para pod mabawasan ang nangangailangan para sa mga organ donor. Ang sunod is developmental biology insight. Studying stem cell development provides crucial information about human body processes and tissues formation. Ang stem cells kay mao na siyang naghatag og important information na kung giunsa pagbuo og pagpanatili ang tissue sa imong lawas. Then cancer treatment. Stem cells show promise in treating body cancer like leukemia and may offer new approaches to solid tumor therapies. Gigamit ang stem cells sa bone marrow transplant para gamutin ang leukemia, then posible pong kanang gamiton na siya laban sa solid nga tumor sa. Ethical diabetes. The use of embryonic stem cells remain controversial, leading to varied regulation across different countries and ongoing ethical discussion. Ang paggamit ng embryonic stem cells kay naghatag na siya og kanang regulation sa tanang bansa og nanatiling po siya na issue. Stem cells therapy techniques, from bone marrow transplant to somatic cells nuclear transfer. Two primary techniques in stem cells therapy showcase the versatility and potential of the fields. Number 1 is bone marrow transplant, a well-established method involving the extraction of stem cells from the patient bone marrow, typically from the pelvis. These cells is refused into the bloodstream and treat various blood disorders and cancers. Ang bone marrow transplant kay panalagsa ra bitaw makuana nato nga kung ang stem cells nga gikan sa bukog sa pasyente na nga gigamit upang palitan bitaw ang nasirang mga cells pod. Cells processing. The extracted stem cells undergo processing and potential expansion in the laboratory to increase their therapy potential. Ang ikaduha kana siya kay nag-advance sila na pamamaraan na maghimo og kanang pluripotent na stem cells na pwede na maitugma sa bitaw kanang DNA ng donor. Number 3, somatic cells nuclear transfer or SCNT. A more advanced technique where the nucleus of the somatic cells is transferred into the enucleated egg cell. This creates an embryo with pluripotent stem cells genetically identical to the donor, offering potential for personalized therapies. Ang pag-process ng mga stem cells sa laboratory upang kanitong mapahusay gyud sa kanilang therapeutic na kakayahan. Number 4, therapeutic application. The resulting stem cells from both methods can be used to replace damaged cells or tissues, treating the wide range of diseases and injuries. Gigamit ang mga stem cells para palitan ang mga nasira nga na cells sa iba't ibang sakit tulad ng kanang diabetes o iba pa. Global perspective and regulation on stem cells research. Prohibitive countries: Germany, Austria, Ireland, Italy, Norway, and Poland. Permissive countries: Australia, Belgium, China, India, Israel, Japan, Singapore, South Korea, Sweden, and UK. Notable policy changes. Sa USA, Obama administration increased federal funding for the embryonic stem cells research. Restrict use of human embryos of stem cells. Then allow of human embryos and somatic cells nuclear transfer. In Philippines, the DOH order restricts certain stem cells activities. Kanang mga prohibitive countries tulad ng Germany, Poland o kanang iba pa ay kanang mga bitaw restricted, kanang pinagbabawalan sila na kanang mogamit anang human embryo. Ang permissive countries mo kanang Japan, UK, dayon iba pa kay mo na siya pinapayagan na ang pag-aaralan ngunit naa gyapon siya kanang bitaw kanang patakaran. Sa USA, ang administrasyon ni Obama kay gipakusog pagyud ang federal na bitaw kanang pundo para sa pag-aaralan sa embryonic stem cells. Sa Philippines kay ang DOH order ay gihipitan jud nila ang mga mga tawo sa sa stem cells.